Nearly 8 months ago, Valve came out with one of their most historic updates. They went ahead and eliminated two currencies. These were the Turkish lira and the Argentine peso. When you look a little bit deeper into it, it's not too confusing why. These were two currencies that were consistently having problems, therefore they were creating very easy opportunities to be abused by people who weren't inside of Turkey or Argentina. People would use a VPN in, they would buy things for significantly cheaper, and therefore Valve was really struggling because they were giving away a lot of items below their actual value. This created a significant amount of problems around the time of Stockholm 2021, where people could buy capsules using the Turkish lira for roughly about 15-ish cents USD. It took a couple days for Valve to patch this because it's not instant, and therefore we ended up with a lot of capsules. Obviously, as an investment, Stockholm has turned out fantastic. It is one of the most sought after capsules in the borderless era, and therefore it has turned out to be a great investment because of time, but not because of the specific currency issue that happened. That created a lot of supply, and short term, a lot of people were very worried about these capsules. However, Valve has screwed up pretty majorly again, and the truth is, it's not just impacting Copenhagen, this time it's impacting the whole game. SkinSwap is today's sponsor, and they're also sponsoring you with the top link in the description. They're here to cater to all of your CS2 and Rust skins need, as they're the top place for buying on some brand new skins, selling off your old skins, or trading your new CS2 skins for some new ones as well. They've got everything, and transactions are taking under 30 seconds right now. They also offer the most competitive rate out there as a massive 40% deposit bonus if you just top up today, and their selling feature is one of the best. With an instant cash out and many different payout options, there's no reason not to try them out today. Now, breaking down exactly what Valve does, they've got a ton of different currencies they work with. In fact, all of them are right here, and this is coming from a website called Steam Assets, a very important website because it actually is able to give you the breakdown of each pricing at what specific currency. It's extremely useful for my videos like this, but the most important part is it's not really calculated into USD. You have to manually do that, and it leaves the opportunity for a lot of things to go underdeveloped or be hidden. Specifically, a couple big ones. Obviously, if you are using the Swiss franc, you're going to be overpaying about 15% on anything you buy from Steam. Absolutely insane. If you're on the euro, you're overpaying about 8 to 10% consistently. Valve is not like the euro for some reason, and it's absolutely insane what they've been doing, and you can see the breakdown of all the currencies, but there's one that's really been slipping a lot in the past month that Valve has done nothing about, and that's going to be the Mexican peso right here. This is something that has dropped nearly 10% in just the past couple of weeks, and Valve has not adjusted for it at all except in one specific area, which we'll talk about that in a quick second. Talking about Copenhagen, these are now capsules looking at 21-ish cents, nearly 20% off these capsules, which is absolutely insane inside of the current market. It's the reason why we see Copenhagen struggling so much, although it definitely had a lot of outside pressure. When people can buy it for 20% cheaper than the competition, they're obviously going to do so, and it's over a 25% difference when we're comparing it directly to the Swiss franc. It's absolutely insane what Valve doesn't do when it comes to these currencies. You can look at the graph right here and see just how cheap it is to buy with the Mexican peso as of currently. Now, this is not something that's going to be instantly attainable for Valve to go ahead and change, but the most interesting part about this is they've actually changed the price for the Mexican peso in one area. That's going to be their keys. Valve is very precise in one specific thing, and that's making sure they don't miss out on their key sales. And this is exactly where the problem lies. Not in the fact that they're really kind of missing out on some of these currencies. I think that's an absolute shame in itself, but it's the fact that they've completely given up on side of the sticker market. If we want to look at it, the stickers are consistently looking the exact same. I mean, it's absolutely disappointing to every person that wants to craft with these inside of the game that they are coming up the exact same 4 times in a row. But the truth is, it's because Valve is completely given up. If we want to look at the prices here, Valve is not even monitoring these currencies, and they're doing so and just for the key sales. I mean, I don't really understand what the logic is. It takes them 2 seconds to go ahead and update the price, put in a decimal, make it 4.5 Mexican pesos, change anything. They could do this with absolutely anything inside of the game, and yet they are consistently choosing not to. They are choosing to ignore this area for the sticker market, focus on their key sales, which is understandable. I mean, it's 10 times the value, but it's also 2 seconds for someone to go ahead and plug in these numbers, and that's a huge problem when we're talking about sticker investing moving forward. Why would anyone really want to invest into the sticker market right now when we're consistently seeing Valve not even caring about the ones that are on sale? They've been on sale for 50 days. They're probably going to be there for another 2 months at this point. It's absolutely disappointing beyond belief that we're seeing this from Valve, from a billion dollar company. They are just not even interested in some of these areas. Now, that was a lot of bad news, and there's obviously a major problem inside of Valve when it comes to the currencies overall. We've consistently seen this. The good news is, honestly, I don't think this is really truly intentional. I think this is something that is has just been overlooked, hopefully because Valve is very busy working on an operation or some big major update that's going to be coming along. I obviously don't know, but I think this is not something that's going to be explicitly done by Valve. I think it's just a little bit more negligent. With that being said, talking about our sticker markets, it's not looking good overall. Copenhagen is not in the best situation right now. Obviously, we can see the capsules, they are struggling, and honestly, I don't know if there's really too much investment potential inside of this area. We don't really have too much data for Copenhagen just yet, but the truth is I don't really think it's there. There's a lot of issues going on inside of Copenhagen for investing. There's going to be some areas we're going to talk about in a quick second that definitely have some more potential if you're looking to get into the sticker market, but overall the sticker market is not the most ideal place to be for most people right now. Talking about pairs as an investment potential, it's extremely cheap. We're talking about 13 cents USD for roughly all of these on the Steam market, but we're going to be breaking down the data because that's going to be much more tangible evidence. And when we want to look at the data, it's actually quite interesting because if we want to look at the past month, nearly all of these capsules have gone up in their utilization of their stickers. Now that definitely does not mean that these capsules are going to instantly rebound. If we want to look at these stickers, the truth is as long as we keep seeing applications, theoretically the price should increase. Now that's obviously a very big theoretical because if we want to look at these capsules, we know there are millions upon millions upon millions of them out there, and therefore it's going to be taking a long time at just a couple thousand applications each month. But it's a very good sign that people are still applying Paris stickers, and once the price starts to creep up for these Paris stickers, especially for the hollows, then we could start to see these capsules actually have a chance at rebounding. But until those stickers actually start to see some value, these capsules are probably going to remain very cheap, and I think that's definitely something you should be considering if you're trying to make an investment into Paris in the current moment. Talking about the Antwerp investing market, there's definitely some potential there in my personal opinion. It'd be the area that I would personally look into just because I think you're looking at a little bit of a cheaper capsule, something that's a little bit more developed, but we're definitely going to be looking at these application numbers and they're not coming up exactly where you would want them to be. Most of them are down quite significantly since what we've seen in February, which is to be expected, but even last month, we're really not be seeing too many of these in the green. I definitely think if you're going to be investing into this area, make sure that it's exactly what you want to do because right now the sticker market is not very strong and unfortunately Antwerp is still included in that. Talking about Stockholm as an investment, I would say it's on the same level as Antwerp. If we want to look at the data here, there's actually been a lot of applications for some of these hollows and it's actually gone up for some of them since the dates we saw in February, which is a really good sign. I want to say if you're looking to invest into just something that has the hollows, Stockholm's probably going to be your capsule. That being said, you're looking at the most expensive price point out of all of them at this point. I think you are obviously quite aware of that. I will say when we're talking about Stockholm, be very careful. Right now, the Tyloo hollow being the borderless option that it is bringing a lot of people in. That's probably going to change when it comes to Shanghai if we see the borderless stickers return again, so keep that in mind. Now, personally, what am I doing right now? And the truth is, I'm not touching the sticker market with a 10-foot pole. I think the sticker market is such a great case of what Valve has screwed up by not innovating, but also really not caring. We talk about how Valve has not innovated coming up with 4 of the same stickers. We talk about how they have not even cared when we're talking about capsules that are coming in completely undervalued, but it's not impacting their keys. I think it's very clear Valve has kind of given up on the sticker market, and right now I'm dialing it back a little bit. I'm not making any investments more into it. I'm not also selling off my positions. I'm going to be holding on to them just because I've made those, and I think they're still relatively fine investments long term, but I'm definitely not throwing any more money into it. I think the case market and some other areas are a lot stronger if you're looking to make an investment right now, plus with an operation around the corner potentially, I'm also saving some of my money. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go regards to that.